Greetings to everyone, my name is Bayanda Walaza and I'm a 100-meter and 200-meter sprinter. Having a strong supportive system like my teammates, coaches, parents and people who are around me, my supporters and all of that, they always keep me up, getting like motivational speaking to other people, like telling me you're doing good, all of that makes me calm, to be calm and all of that. And also I also talk to people when I feel down and all of that. So I usually speak in our program, like Newton Agency, we have someone who helps us if you're going through emotional and all of that. So if I feel like that, I just go to her.
My name is Thabo Matebedi. I'm a Bayanda's coach. I'm also a head of high performance in Kuro. I specialize in sprinting, in coaching sprinting and short hurdles. I have 18 years of coaching. I was also a former national sprinter. I was much better with the 200 and I developed the passion of coaching, as well as there was a lot of young boys that came to me asking for help to coach them. And I enjoy what I do. I enjoy spending time with young kids and coaching the athlete. And one of the biggest reasons that I'm coaching is I understand that athletics can change individuals' life. Basically, I normally tell my athletes that it's not about me. So I work for them, with them. So I work for the athletes, but I'm still working with those athletes. So it's not a give and take situation. It's much more of a teamwork, and that's what I do with the kids.
Being part of the people who represent South Africa, especially the people who I used to look to in the TV, especially Agani, Benji and all of that, I used to watch them on TV, So for me, being around them, that felt special and it made it easy for me, to be part of them because they never made it hard. Who's there, they don't see themselves as big as others, When you're there, they see you as one of them. They see you as their brothers and all of that. So it was easy, and I think the chemistry between them as well, because they've been running relays so many times. So that's why it was also easier for us to just go in and just hear everything, and everything just went perfect. I want to be recognized, I want the whole world to recognize me as well, because my goal is to be one of the best sprinters in the whole world, So I'll say from what I did last year, it was the beginning of what's coming for the future.
I have 4 senior athletes and they also have different strengths, different weaknesses. So I don't have a program where it's a one-size-fits-all. I work on the strengths that the athletes have and then improve their weaknesses. So basically, it's also because these are senior athletes, these guys are running business in this athletics thing. So what I do is that we select what is your goal, and then the program structure is based on the individual goals. It was very difficult, especially with the younger one, Bayanda, at the age of 18. He has to go and run at the Olympics on the biggest stages. I also have never been in that level of running. I also had to grow as a coach because now the athletes are growing. Unfortunately, we had a challenge with Sinisapo Dambile where he had a grade 1 hamstring tear, so he didn't run. But it was a very good plan with Bayanda going there, because I can tell you on the last season when we trained, there was no single day where Bayanda couldn't train because of injuries or sickness. We were very blessed that there were less injuries and less sickness, so we had enough time to train. It was a good planning to go there. The biggest one that honestly I was facing was coaching a grade 12 child. He has to go to Olympics. We're not doing so well in academics, so we were missing a lot of classes, and it didn't stay well with me because we couldn't be in a class for like 3 months. He couldn't be in a class 3 months, but I spoke to the seniors, with my seniors at school, at Bayanda's previous school, where we can maybe make a plan. So there was a plan that from Kuro Hazeldin, that they came up with a plan that he was going to study online, try to attend some classes online. But that was a very difficult thing because online in the class is not the same thing, especially with the young boys, that they are focusing on sports.
At that moment, I didn't expect it because I thought I was not going to run. But being there, it felt magical, It's something that I didn't expect, and I felt really wonderful. I felt like a hero somehow to young kids, because being young and stepping into that podium, it was scary at first, It was scary, but for me, it's the moment that I'll never forget in my whole life. Olympics is the one that shaped me to be perfect for the World Juniors, because getting an Olympic medal, that boosted my confidence of I've won an Olympic medal, so what is World Juniors? So that means World Juniors, I'm also going to do my best and I'm going to come back with 2 double goals. So for me, I think it built my character, you know. People used to say, the people who ran Olympics, when they talked to me, they were like, you know, it's scary to be there, people and all of that. But for me, it was scary when I was running the heat. But the second time when I went in there, it was like average. I just saw people like the way, even though, let's say, they were cheering for other countries, but for me, in my mind, I was like, you know, they're cheering for us. I use the whole atmosphere as motivation, you know, because people use it as being scared. And when you're scared, you do mistakes. So for me, that was like, you know, people, the vibe and all of that, I'll use it as my strong point, you know. As they're cheering, I'll pretend like they're cheering for me so that I can do it.
It makes me feel great. I mean, the aim is to run with the best in the world. When I get to that level as a coach, to coach people, I'm very privileged to have athletes with that talent that can run on that level. So I also see it as a privilege, and then I also try the best to do what I can do for my country.
As an athlete, it gives me that confidence of, you know, those people who are on professional stage, like Nabo Noah Laos, Akani Simbi, all of that. For me to be around them, that gives me that motivation of, you know, brah, you're already there, you know. Because I used to watch these people on TV, so now I'm also there. That gives me that motivation of, oh, okay, that means I'm one of them, you know. So now I must not start seeing them as those big stars, because now I'm also there as well, just like them, you know. So it boosts me so well that, you know, I want to beat them as well. I want to be one of the best. So that also gives me that thing of, you know, these people, you can beat them, you know, because you're here with them. You are faster as well, so you can beat them. And for me, it gives me that thing of, you know, to have something to live for, you know, because other people, you see them on streets and all of that, but sports groomed me, you know. Sport took me out of things that I never thought I'd recover from, like my father's death, you know. I used it as a recovery from what happened to my father. So I think sport like shaped me to the person I am. I want to create history, you know. South Africa is the one country where people don't see as a sprinting site, and especially for athletics, you know. If you can go outside, you know, and ask, when they tell you about South Africa, they'll just tell you about two people. If it's not Akani, it's Caster. Those are the only people that they know. But me, I want to create like a history where, you know, people understand that South Africa has talent, you know.
It was a very great experience to be at Olympics. It gave me hope. It shows that we can actually, as South Africans, we can do this. Now the next target with my 4 boys on a senior level is going to Tokyo. And then not go and participate in Tokyo, go and compete in Tokyo. So I need all the boys to be on the final of each and every race individually, and then also have an input on the national relay team as much as we can. Maybe if I can get 2 athletes in the national team, I would be very glad. That's the plan at the moment. The plan at the moment is to compete at Tokyo at all the finals, 200 and 100 meters.
I like people to notice that, you know, especially young ones, that age is just a number, you know. No matter how old you are, you can still be something great. Imagine like from me, an 18-year-old coming back with a silver medal. Also you there, you can be something bigger. You can be starting a company at 18. You don't have to wait for you to be old, you know. As long as you have the facilities to do that, just go for it.
What keeps me motivated to keep on coaching the athletes, putting effort there, is I understand that this is their lives. This is what they do to make money. This is what they are doing for a living. So I'm also responsible for their families that they support from that money from athletics. So I can't rest, because if I fail one athlete, it means I have failed the whole thing. For the young coaches that are coming, I can tell you what I have learned on coaching is that you must be disciplined, and then you must be consistent. I've been doing this for 18 years consistently, so this is what gives the results. So the best thing you can do for yourself as a young coach or as a coach, be consistent on what you're doing. Eventually, it will give something.
In life, it's not easy, you know, especially for us teenagers, you know. There's a lot going on, school and all of that. They must not fall under temptations, because, you know, we youngsters, our friends go out for parties and all of that. But if you are disciplined enough and you tell yourself that, you know, you want to do this, you just have to delete all of those things, you know, all the bad things, all the vibes and all of that. There will be time for that, you know. We're still young, we're still growing up, and then when you're old, when you're down with the sport, that's when you're going to go out for partying. But for now, the only way for you to push is to lock in, you know, get rid of the distractions and all of that, and also listening to parents, you know, respecting parents. Because me, if anyone who's older or even younger, I greet them, and I use that as like they give me blessings, and I believe that, you know, respecting others also gives you blessings of doing best in future. I'm just gonna tell people that I love them. I love you guys so much, and can you please not stop supporting us, because athletes, we need you guys, for your support. We need you guys very well. So I like to tell you guys that we love you and we truly need you, especially this year till the whole athletics season. We need people like you to keep on supporting us.